Well, what's up again there, guys? Brian here, D3 Topics Gamer, and I know it has been so long since I've actually had just a standard video, and I do apologize for that, but this month has been relatively crazy. As I'm sure you can tell just from the initial background, I have moved to my official new location. The room's still a little bit messy. There's still a lot of furniture that isn't here yet, and the room isn't quite organized. But I just kind of wanted to get a quick video about it because I just got back from my trip to Universal Studios yesterday, and I'm already prepping to go on a trip to my first Comic-Con in California tomorrow. So I kind of want just to get a quick video up, just to kind of go over everything I picked up and everything I did during my second trip to Universal Studios in like less than a year. This time my main focus was for me and my friend John to go visit the Super Nintendo Land area that they were actually building the last time we were there, I believe last like August or September. So if you do have enjoyed this video by the end, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to track me on my future videos. Remember, if you have any requests for future videos, whether it be requests or reviews, just ranking videos, let me know in the comments down below, and I will try to get them up as soon as I can, but it'll probably have to be sometime next month as soon as I get situated and then have time to actually start getting up content, because I am just, a lot of things are happening all at once. So the first thing I want to share is just everything merchandise-wise that I picked up while I was there. It wasn't a lot of things, but I think it was just a number of key things just to kind of go over the main focus of my trip. So the first thing that I had to pick up was a shirt. I brought like a couple shirts, but I kind of just wanted a shirt in my favorite color, kind of going over my primary objective for the trip. And this was for Mario Kart, which I was able to do, and I will talk about that in a little bit later. So that was like the main shirt that I wore while I was actually in Super Nintendo World. But in order to carry all my stuff, I also wanted to pick up a bag. I was looking for my PlayStation bag, but I couldn't find it before I had to leave for the trip, so I just bought a Luigi bag. I'm a bigger fan of Luigi than Mario for obvious reasons, because I typically like to gravitate towards characters who aren't the main focus, and Luigi is also covered in green, and green is my favorite color, so that was like a main focal point for why I picked up this bag. And while I was there, one of the ladies there kind of sweet talked me into getting this little bomber pen. She said that it was like a pen that you could only get, so it might be hard to see, but it's like this little bomber pen that I pretty much wore on my shirt, a green Mario Kart shirt. She said you could only get it in like Japan, which, you know, I was probably not true because I was able to pick it here in the States, but it seemed cool and it was nice to wear. Another thing that I also picked up there was this little 1-Up mushroom cup that I saw a bunch of people carrying. Once I saw that, you know, these were there, I had to pick them up. They don't put it. It didn't really come with like a special any type of drink. It just, you put it like whatever soda drink that you want. But I just thought it was really nice and cool to pick up while I was there. So that's another thing I also picked up. I also picked up a butterbeer mug while I was visiting Hogsmeade, because I did make sure to take a stop there while we were getting ready to visit the Super Nintendo World the second day. So the primary thing we did on the first day was just kind of stay out of the area and just kind of try to ride as many rides as possible. But the most important thing that we picked up in preparation for the Super Nintendo trip was make sure you get one of these. These power bands are absolutely essential if you have any plans to visit there at any time, because a lot of the main activities really require you to actually have one of these, because what these do is it allows you to create a profile on your phone using the Universal app, and there it pretty much keeps track of all your activities, and it gives you points and like little achievements that you can achieve by doing certain things or finding certain secrets or playing parts of certain games. I thought that was really cool. So pretty much on the first day, me and my friend John really just kind of walked around and just went on a few rides. There, we did have a number of strange experiences with some of the rides between the 2 days. We went on, I believe, 4 or 5 different rides that all kind of broke down in different ways. We never got a chance to go on the Transformers ride because the ride like literally broke down like right as we were about to get on. So we ended up not being able to, it got shut down completely the first day, and then we just never had time to go on the second day. The next ride, I'm just saying these in random orders, I can't remember exactly what order they broke down. The next ride that I think we tried to go on and it kind of broke down was the Harry Potter ride. And what happened was I got stuck at the part where the Dementors are kind of coming at you, so it was kind of weird that for like a minute, like this Demento was like kind of just in my face and wasn't moving. So I thought that was weird. The next ride that I got stuck on was actually the Mario Kart ride, but it was only because it looked like there was some sort of traffic jam up ahead, so we just kind of got frozen for a little bit, and then the ride continued. And then the other ride that broke down was the Mummy ride, which again, this was all due to delays. So that got delayed for like a little bit when we got to the end of the primary runway. It like stopped for a second and then it resumed. And then the same thing happened again on the Jurassic World ride, but this happened right before the main drop at the end. So apparently several of these machines are having mechanical problems or having delays. So if you do plan to go there, I will be just prepared. But going into the second day for the Super Nintendo World Trip, we went in through the main tunnel, which is right next to the Transformers ride. And I'm telling you, as you enter this area, it is absolutely gorgeous to look at. I think any kid that enters and sees this area for the first time is absolutely amazed. It really does feel you're going to have the same feeling going into this area as you would if you went into Hogsmeade for the first time. Like you actually feel like you're in an entirely new area, a new world, kind of focused on Mario. And the funny thing is that they didn't call it like Super Mario Land as I thought they would do. It's Super Nintendo Land. So my guess is that if they do another successful Nintendo franchise, they might want to expand and add another Nintendo property. I think that's something that they might do in the future. And if they do that, that will be another reason for me to go and visit that place again. But the primary focus of our trip was to go on the Mario Kart ride, which we did. We were only in line for about an hour. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, and it pretty much has you snake and go through several different rooms. These rooms are themed at different like elements of Mario. I thought it was really, really cool. So it took you into this like this one pink room, and then it went into this one crystal room, and then it had you go upstairs. Then you're getting ready to go into Bowser's castle, and then you start going into the pit area. Then it was actually pretty cool. There's like trophies everywhere. There were racing suits everywhere. There were like little mechanics in the background. They had several different screens that were showing little characters that were kind of getting the cars ready. I thought it was pretty immersive. And so when you actually got to the main car, what they have you do is they put you in this car, they strap you down, well not strap you down, they kind of lock you in, and they have you put on this visor. Now, it's a little bit odd because the ride itself actually goes pretty slow, but it kind of has all these like surrounding effects that kind of give you the impression that you're going fast even though you're going slow. And the whole objective is to pretty much shoot all of the Koopas and Bowser with shells. Now the thing, and this is like an interactive game. Now the thing that was always throwing me off during my experience with this was you can actually see the targeting of everyone else in your car. You're seated with like 3 other people. So I was sitting next to John and I could actually see his targets that he was hitting. And I thought it would be focused on just what I could see because it was throwing me off because I was seeing shells coming in different directions and I didn't know like was this me shooting, was this him shooting, and I realized it's everyone shooting, and that kind of threw me off. And at the end I got a reasonably decent score, but it was something that I would have wanted to try a second time if I had time. The next thing that we did was we pretty much walked around the area, and they have all of these power blocks. And if you hit them with your little power band, it actually makes these coin effects. And there's all these little secret M's are located in different areas location, and they have like little secrets. So if you actually tap them, it'll actually register on your app for your power band of different activities that you achieve. I think the only thing that I didn't do in Super Mario Land, not Mario Land, Super Nintendo Land, was meet Mario, Luigi, and Peach. I had several opportunities, but the lines were just a little bit too long. They had this one game that had you pull this roller in order to pull a Koopa back. They had this other game that had you hit the power button in order to hit a shell, so it would like get you a key. There was a number of different games that had you press different like squares to turn them different colors. There was another game that had you look through set binoculars in order to find certain little things. So there's just a ton of different activities that you could take part in. But again, you need to have the power bands in order to do them. However, the most challenging thing that we had to do was get a reservation for the little restaurant that they had, which is like the little toadstool cafe. And I recommend that if you do want to go into this cafe, you need to come in very early on in the day and you need to set a reservation. They were only taking reservations, and our reservation wasn't set till 4 o'clock. Now when we actually got in there and we got our food, John got his like special, he got his like little Luigi burger that he said he really liked, and I got what was called a Chef Toad's short rib special, which as you can see here, was pretty good. And I also got that along with a little peach lemon drink that had this star like in the center, and it was lemon flavored. I think the drink itself was okay. I'm not sure if it was something I would try a second time. And I also earlier in the day got a version of that for Luigi, and that was flavored green apple. Now the thing that kind of sticks out to me is it had all these little balls on the bottom, and when you bit into them, that is what kind of released the flavor liquid. So it was like a standard soda that had these little balls, and it was colored and themed. And I think overall both of them were good. I would have given them like a 7, and I thought the lemon was a little bit better than the green apple. And it was a really nice environment. Just where you were sitting was pretty cool. You could actually see the little screens around, and several times you would see like the little mushrooms. They were like working in the factory, and they were working in the back making food. And then you could gradually see like Bowser attacking. You could actually see all the little mushrooms kind of panicking and reacting. So the whole like room would change, and I thought that was really really cool. It really was just a truly immersive experience, and me and John had a blast going there. We were definitely happy that we came back within like less than a year to go visit this area, because it was really a lot of fun. We again went on several different rides. We went on the Simpson ride. We walked around a little bit. We got some more footage, took a lot of pictures, drank a lot of food. He had like this special alcohol. John had this alcoholic like butter beer, and I had some ice cream. We just tried out different things on the second day, and it was truly a fun day. So overall, my experience for the whole trip, for my second trip to Universal Studios in less than 2 years, was a great one, and I highly recommend that if you ever get a chance to visit Super Nintendo Land, please do so. It really is a fun experience, and I just can't wait to see how it will be expanded upon, as I'm sure it will be in the near future. So that's just a quick little breakdown of my trip to Universal Studios. Now, if you happen to visit Universal Studios, specifically the Super Nintendo Land area, let me know what was your favorite part. What was something that you really enjoyed doing? What if you happen to go on the Mario Kart ride? What were your thoughts? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you like this video, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to track me on future videos. And like always, thank you guys for watching. You're awesome, and I'll catch you all guys next time.